Model Making Guru is sponsored by emodels.co.uk, your one-stop shop for all your model making needs. emodels.co.uk. Make something awesome. Just in case I ever doubted that Mama Fox loves me. Box just turned up from Amazon. I was like, who's that for? She went, no, it's for you. I'm like, oh, no, it's got your name on it. She went, no, open it. And I was like, oh, my favourite instant coffee. Get in. Thanks, Mama Fox. Hey everyone, it's Fox from Model Making Guru here. Hello and welcome to a quick video in which we will do both an unboxing and an assembling and reviewing. Yes, how am I going to do a quick video where I've got an unboxing and an assembly? Easy. I've been to the Warhammer store. Yeah, it's Warhammer's 500th store celebration today, because today's Saturday, the something of whenever. And it's their 500 store celebration, and today only, apparently, they have two exclusive 500 store celebration figures up for sale. The Primaris Lieutenant, and yeah, I know I say Lieutenant, I know I'm English, I should say Lieutenant, but I'm going to tell you something. You know, like I normally take the mickey out of our colonial cousins. Because they say words wrong, like maths or herb, because there's an H on the front. Bloody Americans. I will agree with them. I prefer the pronunciation Lieutenant. Why? Because if my boss says to me, "Can you work your day off and then we'll give you a day off somewhere else?" that will become a day in lieu. So if I then add tenant to it, why does it become lieutenant? Nonsense. Nonsense. British people. We're rubbish, obviously, just as bad as the Americans. So it's a Primaris Lieutenant. I'm sorry to all my English viewers. I know, heresy. So yes, I got this. You can get two. You can get this chap, or you can get some Age of Sigmar floaty ghost lady nonsense. Which, just no interest in that. I think it's Age of Sigmar. No interest in that anyway. It looked very nice, but it's not my thing. And the other thing to note is 20 quid for one figure. This is better have like a whole load of accessories and scenery and a vehicle and everything for 20 quid. I've paid, I mean, I walked in there and it's today only is when you can get it, apparently. He had one or two, he had two left, I think. And I was like, go on then, I'm going to have to get it because I'm an idiot. 20 quid for one figure. You can get a land speeder for that. So I don't know what sets this figure apart, other than they've sculpted it apparently specifically for today. They say it's only going to be available today. They said that with Sly Marbo ages back, and then they re-released it. So it's a one-off sculpt, although I don't really see there's any difference between the guy going in and designing this on the CAD system to designing any other Space Marine. I don't know if it's an easy build or a regular fit. I'm kind of hoping it's a regular kit and not an easy build, because that will be disappointing for something like this. 20 quid for an easy build single Space Marine. I don't think so. But you never know. But it's got the only thing it points out is the master crafted Stalker bolt rifle. It just looks like every other Stalker bolt rifle you've got on the Space Marine. So we're going to get the box open and have a look. But yeah, 20 quid. I was going to pick one up for somebody else, but you only had 2 or 3 left, and it was one per customer. So yeah. Although he said it's one per customer for the Space Marine. For the floaty ghost lady, you can have as many as you want. I don't care. Wow, really? Well, he didn't actually say that, but he said you can have more than one of the floaty ghost lady. So I think he's expecting the Space Marine to be more popular. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have a swig of my coffee. Not my enormous coffee. This is my Hutton Orbital cup. Thanks to Chris at Gross Models, because he got me. Anybody that plays Elite Dangerous will know what that means. Hutton Orbital, 0.22 light years. Yeah, no, pretty Hutton mugs. Right, let us get this puppy opened. Okay, so I've moved the camera in a bit. Let's get this cellophane off, and so you don't get the glare from all the lights. See, I should keep this and sell it, but you know what? Nah, I'm going to make it. If I could buy 5 of them, and they were really only whatever one day things, then, but you know what? They'll probably re-release them somewhere else. You never know. So, give you a closer look at the box. It's quite nice because he's got his helmet off. He's sort of taking his helmet off, and it shows you, I think for the first time, that the helmet is a two-part thing. It's like the lower part here, which covers up his mouthy area, and the upper part which goes on the top, and you can pop that off because in the middle of combat what you want to do is take your helmet off, obviously, to remove your tactical view. And he's kind of walking around with his Stalker Bolt rifle. Again, I'm not really sure why that's a master crafted. It just looks like every other Stalker Bolt rifle. He has, let's have a look, lots of extra, he's got some extra buttons and things on his arm, a bit more detail. So perhaps he's got a little more detail than your bog standard Space Marine. Maybe. We'll find out when we get it open. But it looks pretty nice. And it's 20 quid, I know, but I thought, we'll go on after. I've got to do it. Let's see what you get for your 20 space pounds. 20, oops, you get upside down, 20 space pounds. Right, you get, it is a normal Space Marine, good. Nice packaging for a single figure. Oh, hello. Come on, out you come, please. Oh, I was kind of hoping you might get a special, but you get an interesting base with it. But you know, you just get a bog standard, slightly bigger than normal. I have to say, what size is that? That's a without holes. It says without holes. Oh, with holes. With holes. Without holes. Don't know what that means. Anyway, yes, I'm a bit disappointed you get a bog standard base. Because I have to say, when they did when the Primaris guys first came out and they had the free one you get in store, you walk in and get a free one, everybody got a free one. Even that had a sort of kind of cool base, but this is just a bog standard base. Get a little set of decals. Ultramarines, of course. Primaris character transfer sheet. Captain, let me put my space helmet on so I can see. Let's have a look. Captain, Apothecary, Librarian, Chaplain, Lieutenant. I know. That's quite nice. You get some unique decals. That's quite pleasant. Yeah, disappointed in that. That's boring. Let's have a look at this guy then. So what do we have? We have, let's have a look. We have very nice torso. It's not an easy build, but it kind of is an easy build. It's like an easy build, but they've taken out the pegs and holes to make it gluey build, but because you like the way you've got the legs here, it's very odd. So yeah, pretty nice though, pretty nice, not a problem. It's a nice, good sculpt. Because I've been doing so many easy builds lately, it's nice to get back to the proper plastic. Games Workshop Limited 2018, so yes, that is this year's. This pauldron doesn't look really that much different to some of the pauldrons I've built on my other Space Marines, so I'm not too sure that's unique. And you have here the head. You can see there's lots of nice, difficult to come out, there's lots of nice sculpting on the head. You've got lots of wrinkles and a scar on the forehead. I do like the way his head is in the helmet there, it's kind of nice and cool. He's actually got some nice hair. I don't know if you can see, but oops, as I knock the camera. Normally when you get the hair on these guys, it's just kind of a square shape, it's just kind of a hair shape, there's no texture. But he's actually got a lot of texture in his actual hair there, which is quite nice. So it looks like they've gone above and beyond the normal level of detail. The Stalker rifle there is, maybe it's a little bit more detailed than normal, just a little bit maybe. I'm not seeing how it's vastly different from any other arm carrying a Stalker bolt rifle that you get in a Space Marine figure, but nah, it's all right. We have lots more detail on the back of the armour here, to the point that I'm not really sure what, I know it's his belt and stuff, but I'm not really sure what's going on there. I can't quite tell in terms of what I'd need to paint later on. It's a bit confusing. It's quite good. There's a nice strap. Okay, there's a strap going around the top of his thigh there. That's quite nice. He's got, how's that arm working there? He's got this arm here, and then he's got an arm here for the helmet. So this arm is in two parts. You have the helmet here, doing it off camera, helmet here, which he's holding on the top of the helmet with his thumb. So it's interesting construction. Anyway, it's very interesting construction. It's not just an easy build, but it's not quite a standard figure, but it is, but it isn't. How bizarre. But it looks nice and detailed. You've got his auspex and a big combat knife and a pouch there, and a gun in a holster. It seems a little more detailed than a regular Space Marine, maybe a little bit crisper. So I can see they've gone. It is a new tooling, obviously. It's a new design, and it's got a little bit more detail, perhaps, just a tiny amount, not massively, but a tiny amount. So okay, cool. Right. So what we'll do, I shall activate the time lapsing mode, and I'll put this thing together, and we'll see what he looks like. Activate the big red fast super speed button. You notice now when you watch time lapse, it doesn't look like I'm actually building anything. It just looks like I'm going like this with my fingers, and a thing appears in the middle like a finished model. It's like tank, car, kebab. It's like I'm magically making everything happen without even thinking. It's amazing watching it back. Anyway, now that it's done, here we have the finished figure. And I have to say, now I've had time to look over him while I've been building him. He is a bit more detailed than your regular rank and file Space Marine. There's a lot more sort of detail and crispness to his arm, a few more vents and sort of seam lines and things here and there. I mean, intentional seam lines, panel lines here and there. A bit more detailed. He had more detail in his leather strapping. His pistol, because he's designed to have a pistol, it's not an option. There is actually a strap that goes around his leg armour, which you don't normally get. It's normally just you glom on the pistol on the side and it's holster and that's it. So yeah, it does seem a bit more detailed in there, and it actually is really nice. It's a fixed pose. You've got square pegs for the arms, but you cut those off and move them around. The only thing I've got going against it, and I don't know what it is about these Primaris Marines, but I don't know what it is, but the poses seem to be very weird. He's kind of got this shambling zombie, he's had a bit of a pint, and he's kind of staggering about a bit pose. It's not a running action pose. It's not like a manly hero. He's kind of, I don't know, he's like, oh, he's staggering home and he's about to go head first into a hedgerow or something. And a lot of them seem to have this kind of pigeon toe, gangly leg pose. If you look at like the intercessor kits, they've just kind of got this pose like they're either dying for a wee or they've had a few too many sherries and they're about to fall arse over apex into a hedge or something like that. So, yeah, but it's all right. It's just kind of got this staggery look. But it looks pretty good anyway. So there you go. That is the, what is he, Space Marine Primaris Lieutenant with Stalker Bolt Rifle. Now, one thing that did come with it was a little booklet with all the stats and figures in there, a little destruction thing. It didn't fall out of the box when I opened it, so I didn't realise it was actually part of the kit. But because I was thinking, wow, we're not going to get stats for this dude. He's like a unique dude. Now, it does come with stats. Now, this is where you need to tell me in the comments, because I haven't got the codex for Space Marines, so I don't know if Primaris Lieutenants are a thing that already exist, and this is just like a one-off unique character, or whether lieutenants don't exist and this is the first and the only one. Because, and I'll tell you why, because this figure comes with a Stalker bolt rifle. However, the description here says each model is armed with a master-crafted auto bolt rifle, and that explains now why it says that. I thought this was the guy that made the model, went to a lot of effort making his rifle. No, master-crafted just means it's the name of the weapon. I'm special, what can I say? Each model is armed with a master-crafted auto bolt rifle, a bolt pistol, frag grenades and crack grenades. Now, you don't get a master-crafted auto bolt rifle. It does say later on you can swap it out for a master-crafted stalker bolt rifle if you want. So, why give us the option for a weapon we don't have when it comes with the higher option anyway? So my suspicion is either there are already lieutenants out there, in which case this is just from the codex. I'm assuming that's the case. I say I've not got the codex. If it is, let me know in the comments. If it isn't though, and there aren't already lieutenants out there, it either means they're going to be bringing some out, or this isn't going to be a one-off, one-day only sale, because it does say you can have 2 together. Well, you can only buy 1 per customer, so but yeah, so they give you all these weapon options that it doesn't come with, so I'm assuming lieutenants must already exist. But there's lots of stats there that I won't even try and read out to you because I don't know them well enough yet. I still haven't played the game yet, and I don't want to embarrass myself. He's got a BS of 3+ and an S of 4. Kick ass. I don't know what that means. But yes, he can, let's have a look. It says you can swap out the bolt rifle for a stalker bolt rifle or for a power sword. So you have to do a bit of kit bashing. His abilities are, and they shall know no fear. Is it Ultramarine? Of course he is. Tactical precision, you can reroll wound rolls of 1 for friendly units of the same chapter that are within 6 inches of a lieutenant, so anybody else who's in the same Ultramarines or whatever chapter you paint this as. Company heroes, during deployment, all models in this unit must be set up at the same time, though they do not need to be set up in unit coherency. From that point onwards, each Primaris Lieutenant is treated as a separate unit. Faction keywords Imperium, Adeptus, Astartes, and the chapter, whichever chapter you've painted it as. And keywords are character, infantry, Primaris, and lieutenants. And there you go. So you do get some stats. So I don't know what any of that means. I haven't played yet. But yes, he's a really nice little figure. Is it worth 20 quid? No. One figure, even though it's nicely sculpted, one figure for 20 quid. No. I paid less for Slime Arbo. And Slime Arbo was supposed to be a rare, hard to get figure, but it wasn't. So yeah, 20 quid, I don't think so. That's just the usual gouging by Games Workshop. But if it is a one-off figure that's never going to appear ever again and never going to be for sale again, then okay, that softens it a little bit, but it's still 20 quid for one figure. I'd expect some kick-ass extra stats for that, but you know, no. But that's going to do us, I think. I just wanted to build that, get it together. I'm not going to paint it now, but I just wanted to get it together and show you. Maybe you've been out and got one today. Did you tell me if you got the Space Marine dude or if you got the arty-farty ghosty lady from the Age of Sigmar nonsense? Which one did you get and how is it looking? That's going to be fun to paint that. I don't know whether I might paint him up and add him to my army. So I might make him green, or I might add him to my, that's the thing, all the decals are bloody Ultramarines, aren't they? It's all Ultramarine nonsense. What if I don't want to be Ultramarines? What if I want to be, well, I suppose I can still use the Lieutenant symbols, but see what I mean? They give you decals for Ultramarines. What if you don't want to paint Ultramarines? Here's a criticism of Games Workshop. There are 1,000 different chapters for Space Marines. You can buy decals for approximately 2 of them, maybe 3. And 2 of them are through Forge World. So I do wish they'd kind of put out some more water slide decals for other factions. I know there are a few sheets here and there from Forge World, but still. Anyway, that's going to do me. So yeah, let me know which one you got if you got one of these. I'm cracking on with the Strike Rouge, which is now a Strike Mauve, or in this case a Strike Lilac. There's some proof for you. I'm working on that episode. I'm about halfway through the next episode of that. There you go. There's a more mauvey colour. So I'm working through that. That should be hopefully done in the next few days as things ping off sticks. What else? I will be doing Warhammer Sunday tomorrow. I don't know why I'm saying this because it's already going to be tomorrow by the time you see this. I'm going to get this back on a stick now, it's come off. But yes, there will be a Warhammer Sunday tomorrow. Not quite going back to doing giveaways just yet because I'm still a bit skint. As always, don't forget to go and join the Model Makers Boom if you're not already a member. Do join in, it's awesome fun, it's really curated, we look after our members, there's no snarkiness or bitching or anything like that. Join in, make lots of friends, show off your stuff, get lots of advice. It's a great place to hang out. And don't forget, of course, if you'd like to help support this channel, you're more than welcome to pop along to patreon.com/modelmakinguru, where you can pledge as little or as much as you like. It helps keep this channel going, helps keep the lights on, and I depend on my patrons because this is my income. So I depend on my patrons to keep this channel going, to keep me going. So thank you very much to all my existing patrons, and if you'd like to help out, just pop along. But until next time, take care of yourselves, go make something awesome. Go be awesome. Pointing at you to say you be awesome, but it's kind of pointing that way. Never mind. Go be. This camera's too close. I can't point up. Go be awesome. And until next time, adios, amoebas.